What is going on, everybody? This is Dave and welcome back to a brand new video today. Something a little bit different on the channel today, as I don't think I've mentioned it yet in a video. So last week I was invited with 7 other content creators to go down to Sports Interactive, and we had a Content Creators Cup sort of tournament, and I'm going to be reacting to video. I've only seen a little snippet of it so far, the snippet that everyone else has seen. It's literally been up less than 5 minutes, so I'm going to go and react to it now and sort of give you an insight of what happened, and we're going to watch it together. Obviously, if there's any sort of copyright stuff like that Moment song that they keep playing, I'll either mute it or try and sing over it so it doesn't get muted out. So let's go and watch it, and leave me a comment if you think that I'm going to go and win the Content Creators Cup, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more of the action. So straight away there's already music. Yes, big man. I'm going straight back to that. Look at that. That is a profile picture right there. Love it.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Football Manager 2018 Creators Cup. Today we're going to be putting together 8 of the biggest Football Manager YouTubers to find out.
See
who
this
is the
bit there
king
where we walked in. We had to record that like 3 times. Like, it shows a little bit in the snippet, but like we had an idea of maybe coming up the lift, and as the lift doors opening, we were there, but we had to walk through
to find out who
like 3 times, and it was weird to see actually which one they would pick as well. And big up the WeStream FM notebook there as well.
is the king creator in Fantasy Draft, and best of all, one of them is going to be taking home $5 grand. And there's a chance for you to win something too. You can win yourself a copy of Football Manager 2018 if you comment down below who you think will be the winner. But in
Oh
order
god, you can see all our drinks there that weren't meant to be there. Like, we got all the like beers and that no one touched on the second day. They're from the Saturday night, and we didn't touch one. And big at me again on the
to
right
do
side.
that, you need to meet who's involved.
Oh my god, this bit, yeah. I mean, my girlfriend's here now watching, but this bit was so cringy because they said we have to somehow like welcome ourselves to the thing, and we didn't know what to do, so we all did the Deli Alley wave, and like, so we're all just sat there doing that. Like, it's so cringy. Oh my god. Right.
Chris,
Curtis.
what's going on today? Who's going to win? Who have you got your eye on?
I'm not sure who's going to win. There are a couple of people that are taking it very seriously with notepads and player ratings and prices. I'm going to wing
That's
it
me.
and just hope for the best. Chris or Chesnoid Gaming, prepare to come last.
I am taking it seriously. I think I've got to. And I feel like there's a lot of people.
My little
labelling me
manager
as
there,
the
raving in the
favourite. I
background.
think that's just mind games now. I think they're all backing themselves, really.
My name is Dr. Benji FM, otherwise known as Ben, and this is the moment. We're not interested in what you're doing.
So they've obviously cut out a bit. There was one bit where we have to sort of like, when we're talking, then we have to do a pose as well. And I did a cross arm pose, but then when we did that little pan one, they said,
With your little book.
well, they wouldn't let me do it for some reason.
So keep your little book. Don't need a book, I've got a brain.
Jack Peachman, work the space,
Oh,
and this
the
is my
eyes.
moment.
If Jack wins, then we're all expected him to win. If any of us win, then we'll be happy for one another. So there's 2 options. You shouldn't rush a draft pick. I've created a short list. We're going to go with Nangolan.
That was one of my first picks. That was.
N'Golo Kante is gone, the best player in Fantasy Draft.
I'm Dave as a party, the Maltese magician. I think I've got to exploit Neymar. That was so cringy. All right, basically, so I had to do I did this, and then they said to me, they said, "Oh no, we've had too much of that. You got to do something to do with your hair." So I didn't know what to do, so I was just there like.
N'Golo Kante is gone.
So I picked
the best
Kante as one of my
player in
first picks
Fantasy
instead of
Draft.
Nangolan. I'm Dave as a party, the Maltese magician. Look at my bags. I think I've got to exploit Neymar. I think he's obviously the best player by far, but I've got a good strike force as well. So as long as I can sort of use Neymar as much as I can, I think we can win every game.
Well, I couldn't get Messi,
Neymar.
so I'm going for like the next best option.
See, there's going to be people commenting on this saying, "Oh, what's he on about Neymar, the best player?" Basically, what happened? I had Messi on my list, and obviously I was like 4th pick, so Messi and Ronaldo went straight away, but I still needed my marquee player. And I looked at Neymar, and his stats weren't bad. He was like 20 mil less, I think, than Messi and Ronaldo, but his stats are still top, so I think
Inside forward.
he'll do the business.
Bernardo Silva. Paul, Golden FM. Spencer Owen couldn't make it, so
Oh,
I'm
man's
here instead.
hashtagging it.
I didn't get first pick. I would have gone for Messi. I was last choice, so I got Aguero and I got De Bruyne, so I'm pretty happy with that. So overall, reasonably happy with the team I've selected.
I think this is the best list in terms of.
It's logical.
Yeah, there's some planning, there's some thought behind it, rather than just names.
I've not printed it out, I've not put it in a book. I've got it in front of me. I'm using the games to its full potential, Curtis.
We appreciate that.
It's not a problem. Available now in all stores.
Not all stores, just to clarify.
Most stores.
All good stores.
The issue I've got is I have spent 300 million or 500 million on 4 players. So there is an issue with budgeting here. I have gone bold with the strategy, so I'm now looking at the budget options.
You spent 60% of your money in 4 players.
I feel like the fact that I've got 3 players as good as I am is kind of like the really obvious strategy, but I feel like it's kind of what I have to go with. You know, Griezmann, Hazard, Luis Suarez. They should hopefully get me goals. I feel like I'm always going in with the attitude of I'll just score more than them. It doesn't matter about the defending. That could backfire spectacularly, but hopefully, you know, can come out on top.
Well, the defence starts now with Mustafi. Might just play him on his own.
Great pick. Yeah, just one at the back.
I think Mustafi.
That's already gone.
No! Get it on YouTube exposed.
My name's John, aka Loki Doki, and
Oh yes, Loki did I see, because we weren't allowed to look at the people when they were doing these, so I didn't know what most people did. But Loki's doing the deadlift.
I'm the official old bloke of FM. I sort of
Rocking that
assumed
Cardiff
everybody
Met
was going
uni.
to go for the Messis and Ronaldos, and so I thought the formation I want to play was with very attacking wing backs. So like the likes of Dani Alves and stuff is the ones I went after first, sort of the big name wing backs. I don't know if it'll pay off, but I'll give it a go.
Lewis, LE96Z, I'm in
Lewis.
love with making clickbait YouTube videos.
I think a lot of people are underestimating how good that I can be in Football Manager. There's a lot of people who, before, obviously today, were probably thinking I'd probably like Lewis out of everybody, but with the draft and how it's gone, quite looking forward to it, to be honest.
I've got loads of money left.
See, Lewis, we did a practice draft before, and Lewis, I think, was like top of the group. Like, he was better than us all, which took us all by surprise. Because obviously, he's not known for doing FM on YouTube as such at the moment. But he's actually pretty decent. I think he's probably one of the dark
Buying
horses.
people like George Boyd, so I think it's time to have a little splurge.
And by the way, if you ever see any of Lelujo Kev's draft, it is absolutely shocking. Like, honest to God, some of the players he signed were ridiculously bad.
Hi, I'm Kev or Lelujo, and it feels a bit weird to have someone else holding the camera. I think we might have that fella.
You've clicked on the wrong player there.
Oh.
This is where he signed Falcao instead of, I think he signed Falcao for about 50 million instead of someone else.
I was aiming for someone else. Curtis grabbed the mouse and scrolled up onto the wrong person, so I was trying to get a centre back and ended up with another striker. So I've got a well-balanced squad now, where I've got a lot of strength on the left wing and up front. Haven't really got any defenders yet, but it'll be fine.
I think I'm going to start building the defence, so we'll go with Lauren Koscielny at centre-back, I think. I had more money left over at the end than I anticipated. I didn't really have any sort of game plan to start off with at all, so when I found myself with, I think I had about 80 or 90 million left with only 4 picks to go, decided to lump it all on Arturo Vidal as like a midfield dynamo, box-to-box kind of player. He can actually have a real influence on my team.
To be fair, I think the draft as a whole went a lot better than I thought, especially with people trying to steal my ideas almost. But I think the team... Yeah, literally, because I had a notebook. People either took a picture of my notebook when I had it open, like came up behind me. Like obviously, because I was just... people walking around all the time, so I just had it open. And I think it was Kevin Loki took a picture of it. So he took that. I had people underlined and all sorts. So Kev took most of my like half decent budget picks, but in the end, I think I got still got an all right draft. Team as a whole is a lot more. Well, it's a lot better than I thought it would be, especially with those guys, and it's a well balanced team. And I think. See, I do that deadlift that Loki just did. The whole is a lot more. Well, it's a lot better than I thought it would be, especially with those guys, and it's a well balanced team, and I think it will still do the job in the draft.
Who's your best player?
Either Lewandowski or Bale.
Yeah, I'll look trim on that.
Yeah, I think I got quite lucky with the first picks. I think I was second pick, and out of Messi and Ronaldo, got to go for the greatest of all time. It's got to be Messi.
Ronaldo.
I'm surprised that the first
He
pick
didn't
didn't
pick
take
the goat then,
Messi
did
or
he?
Ronaldo. It was obviously Kevin who decided to go for Martial for whatever reason, but I'm happy with Messi, no complaints.
Aguero, George Boyd.
See, I just bought 3-star players. and
God,
then
you can hear my
filled
laugh
the rest of
proper
the
loud
team.
then.
Well, throwaway players, so it's like Griezmann, Hazard, or Luis Suarez.
I mean, for best player wise, I don't know about you guys. I think my best player is obviously going to be Neymar. I think he's not a steal, but for £20 million less than what Messi or Ronaldo would be, I think he's a very, very strong option. Obviously, the other 20 million could get spent elsewhere.
everyone has a strong squad in some areas. Some people have got really strong defensive players. Jack's got a lot of attacking talent.
I feel like, I came in with the idea of going to spend like half my budget on the real players that everyone else wants and might be a little bit scared to go to.
I mean,
and that kind of went well. The whole budget option probably went a little too well. I probably could have spent a little bit more liberally in a few other areas, but I'm pretty happy with my team, all things considering.
It all went.
This bit was actually really good because we just they wanted us to get around and talk about it, but because we were talking about it throughout the draft, we thought a lot of the stuff would just be repeated. But like Curtis, the guy obviously that introduced it, he sort of gave us something to go with, and we literally sat there for like 20-30 minutes just talking, and it just led on really, really well. So a lot of this wasn't forced. Like, it literally was a good conversation.
Wrong when I started the shortlist, because if I didn't have Falcao on the shortlist that I'd made as we were playing it, I couldn't accidentally.
I think you went wrong when you started picking players.
No.
Also, you don't play wingers, and yet you signed almost four of your first picks.
We had £500 million to...
Yeah, Leluja kept saying, my formation, I'm not playing with wingers, and he picked like 3 left wingers straight away. I don't know what he was doing.
Play with. We didn't have to buy players we necessarily wanted to play. We had to buy players to get you not thinking.
I think that's almost the entire point of the draft, is to pick players you want to play.
I picked players to help me try and win the tournament, which some of that is the mind games of making you not know what tactic I'm going to be playing.
We've just decided we all want you first.
Yeah.
If you win, none of us are coming back.
Game over.
I don't think it's anything I necessarily need to worry about. It worked itself out okay in the end. I would have had to got a backup striker eventually, and so I'm pretty happy with my squad. Right, I feel like I'm being picked on a little bit here, so can we pack this in and just get on with the draw?
Right, so this is the draw. So, like, basically, I think we all wanted to get Kev first in the draw. For me, I was still pretty happy with how strong my team was, but I don't know, I think Jack and Golden FM Paul probably had the strongest teams.
If you guys don't know, every episode throughout the rest of this tournament will be on each individual creator's channel, so the home player for each round will be uploading their perspective of the game. So without any further ado, we have 8 names. First tie, playing the first leg at home, is Lelujo. And against first of the draw,
We're all praying.
Dr. Benji FM.
I'll see you in the semi-finals, gentlemen.
I'm as confident as I would be against anyone else. The important thing is this gives me all the fun of being able to, I can just see the sea of bottle job comments on the videos when he loses, and it'll be amazing.
The thing is as well, I'm sure I'm allowed to say this, when we did that draft, the practice draft, I accidentally clicked complete draft, and I think I only picked 4 or 6 proper players. The rest were regenerated players, like 10 or 11 for stats. And I actually went and beat Benji with that team. So I'm sure Kev might be able to pull off the shock and do a job on him.
In the second tie will be Golden FM.
Don't want him. Don't want him.
I want it.
No one wants him.
Against Dave as a party.
And he's going to be very, very difficult to beat. But I suppose if I'm going to win the draft, I need to beat the best. So
that is a proper cliche, cringy comment. If I'm going to win the draft, I've got to beat the best.
Home side tie number 3 is Work for Space against
Everyone's a bit worried.
Chesnoy Gaming.
We were actually sat next to each other during the draft and may have overheard a couple of tactical decisions that he's thinking of making. He did go very top heavy with his first few big name signings, so I think his plan is to kind of try and outscore the opposition. So if I can remain firm defensively, then maybe I stand a chance.
Final tie, LE96Z. Lucky dokie.
I don't know much about him. I know that he's sort of newer to the game, so it kind of is a loss-loss situation for me because I'm probably expected to beat him. So
that'll be an interesting game because obviously Loki has got the experience on FM, but Lewis was, as I said, was good. So that'll be an interesting game because I think either of those two, as I say, might be a dark horse in this.
But I'm hoping that, I've got a good team. I think we can do it.
When I beat you, can I get like a Scenes shirt for free or something? Is that doable?
With Ben signing it, I got beaten by Leluja.
Yeah. Well, you all need one.
What else?
So that concludes the first episode of the Football Manager 2018 Creators Cup. To keep up to date with all the gameplay, don't forget to subscribe to the Football Manager channel and of course subscribe to all of the creators down below. Give the video a thumbs up and we'll see you guys later.
You know what, lads? I'm going to give it a thumbs up. So yeah, hopefully that was, you guys enjoyed that. I'll leave a link to the full video in the description down below so you don't get all the interruptions from me, or if you want to share it. Make sure you smash the like button on this video. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to win. Obviously, I've got that game against Golden FM. That'll be on the channel sometime this week, I'd imagine. So, yeah, as I said, it was an awesome experience. Thanks for all the other guys for making it so good. And, obviously, Sports Interactive and Football Manager for making it possible as well. And, you know, I'm sure there'll be some more of these events going on in the future as well. And as I say, thanks for watching, guys. And I'm sure I'll see you all very, very soon.